Hello, web pathfinder. Welcome once again. This week in our character, ethics, and value campaign, the secret of the top 1%, we're looking at the self-government principle attitude. Now, listen to this. If this is very serious now, if you can't explain why you find yourself in the condition you find yourself, if you can't explain, why you can't get the result you want, if you can't explain why you can't get your way with people, this might be one of the most important videos you're going to watch. So I encourage you to watch this video to the end. What is attitude? Webster Dictionary describes attitude as a posture, one's mental state, and one's disposition. So your attitude is your posture, is your mental state, or is your disposition. Why is attitude so important? Why is it a secret? Of the top 1%. Why is it so important that it's responsible for the result we create? Why will attitude demand our attention this week? I want to explain to you. First and foremost, every result you are going to create in life is going to be a product of your attitude. Whether the result is good or bad, it's going to be what? A product of your attitude. Let me explain to this. I start by explaining this to you by a formula I learned from Jan Carve. Jan said, external event which you may not have control over plus your response equals to your result and your outcome in life, good or bad. So there are so many things that happen. You don't have control over the economy of the nation. You don't have control over the family you are born into. You don't have control over the nation you are born into. You don't have control over how the next neighbor will respond, and will behave out there. But those are not important. What is key? What is key in determining your result is not what you don't have control over, but is what you have absolute control over, your response. So what's the relationship between your response, and the outcome that you get, given that you don't have control over external event? If you have the right attitude, you have the right to respond to external event, and your outcome will be right. If you have the wrong attitude, you will have the wrong response, and your outcome and your result will be wrong. Let me explain this very well for you. Listen to this. The only creative aspect of a man, is the mind. The mind is the only creative aspect of a man. And the mind only works with our thoughts. The thoughts we entertain in our mind. So your mind plus your thought equals your mental state. Your mind plus your thought equals your mental state, equals to your mindset, equals what some people call, your mental image. So how does this translate to your result? Your mental state or your mental image is responsible, for how you feel, which is responsible for your disposition, which is your attitude, and how you feel, is responsible for the actions you take, which is responsible for the results you create. So you're going to find out that your attitude is likely going to be responsible for your outcome and your result in life and business, good or bad. So this is very important. So your mind and your thought is what counts most, because it's the beginning, of every result you are going to create in life, good or bad. The second reason why attitude is so powerful, is because attitude is your disposition. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, it's your disposition. So when you meet people, they are going to easily determine your state of mind by your attitude. And this will determine how people will respond to you. There's what they call the law of mental telepathy. So whatever your state of mind is, you are always broadcast to others. People will receive the signal and respond back to you based on your state of mind, based on your attitude. So if your attitude is right, what happens? People will respond positively to you. If your attitude is wrong, people will respond negatively to you. So your attitude, positive or negative, is going to determine whether you get positive result or negative result or respond from people. The third reason why attitude is so powerful is because every condition you have created in life, your present condition, your past condition, your future condition, is as a result of your mental state, is as a result of your attitude. Listen to this and listen very carefully. You can only do what you think you can do. Anything that says if you think you can do it, or if you think you can't do it, whichever way you are right. You can only be what you think you can be, and you can only have what you think you can have. So who you are, what you can do, what you will have is a function of what you think. It's a function of your attitude. So we can never express in reality anything that we don't first have in our minds. Whatever we want in life, be it power, be it success, be it riches, be it building a great business, is first and foremost what? A mental job. Friends, listen to this. You can be whatever you make up your mind that you want to be. You can build it, but you must build them first in your mind. Anything you want to be, you can be, but it has to be built first and foremost where? In your mind, okay? Listen to this. You don't have to be sick. You don't need to be unhappy. You don't need to be poor. You don't need to be unsuccessful. Listen to this. You don't need to. Why? Okay? You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be rich. You can choose to be successful. You can choose to be polite. You can choose to be warm. You can choose to be friendly. You can choose to be generous. You can choose to be forgiving. The list goes on. You have a choice to determine what kind of mental state that you have. It is your choice. You can build the attitude that produces the result that you want in your life. We can learn it. So how do I develop a positive mental attitude? The first thing you need to do, because of our time, look at 3 ways you can determine a positive mental attitude. The first one is that you must take charge of your mind. You must discipline your mind and feed your mind with the right stuff. Okay? Therefore, what you feed your mind with is very important. Therefore, you must practice, okay, the practice of selective listening. You must only listen to the voice of value. Listen to that. That's very important. What you listen to, what you hear, what you read is going to affect your mental state, because that's the way you feed your mind. What you see, what you hear, okay, what you feel is the way you feed your mind. Anything that affects your feeling affects your mind. So therefore, you must make sure that you only consume things of value. Your mind is like a muscle. It can be developed. You can train and discipline your mind to function according to your will. Okay, in John Maxwell thing, every time you are encouraged, hold the image of the things you want only in your mind. It doesn't matter the circumstances. Make sure that you have the discipline to hold in your mind only the image, only the thoughts of the things that you want to happen in your life. That's very key. So the mindset that leads us to positive attitude allows us to see things differently. It allows us to see this. That you're going to realize, like we have said, that there are certain things that's going to happen you don't have control over it. So everything is not going to happen as you expect. So if everything is not going to happen as you expect, everything must be a learning experience. Every journey, every attempt must be a learning experience. Understanding that things may not happen the way you want them. So as a result, the learning experience becomes more valuable than the outcome. One of my coaches told me, set goals, big goals, not because of what you are going to achieve, but for what you are going to become in the process of trying to achieve that goal. So the journey, who you become in the process of the journey, is more important than the destination. So every experience therefore become an opportunity for what? For character development. So our attitude will become positive, even though not everything will always happen as we expect. So even if things are not going to happen as we expect, we're going to have a positive attitude. Why? Because we now understand that everything what is a learning experience, is an opportunity for character development. The journey, the experience is more important than the outcome. 2, second way that we can build a positive experience, we must choose for ourselves a destiny. You must choose for yourself what? A destiny. Where are you going in life? Why is this very important? We must choose to become something. We must make a choice. Say, I want to be positive. I want to be happy. I want to be successful in life. You must make a choice who you want to be. Why is making a choice so important? A mind cannot be positive without a direction. Your mind cannot be positive without what? A direction. It needs a track to run on. Our minds will always focus on something. If we don't give it a direction, what happens? It will go on the path of least resistance, and the path of least resistance is negative. So you must always give your mind a direction. You must choose a destiny. I want to be a positive person. I want to be a polite person. I want to be a successful person. So that's the direction you give your mind. The third and final way we're going to discuss, for building a positive attitude, is that we must have the right foundation. The foundation of our beliefs must be truth. This is very important, The foundation of our belief must be what? Must be truth. Listen to this. The fact that you don't believe the law of gravity does not mean that if you jump from a 15-story building, gravity will not take its effect, whether you believe it or not. So your belief system must be based on the truth, This is very important. One bitter truth that you must know is that success is shielded in problems. Every success is what? Is shielded in problems. So for you to achieve success, we must all solve the problems that, is shielding success. We must solve them. And to solve the problem, we need courage, we need persistence. The process of being persistent is a learning process. The process of being persistent is what? Is a learning process. And in achieving success, the learning process is more valuable than the goal. The learning process, like we said before, is more valuable than the goal. Therefore, the problem that comes with achieving success is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and develop character. Opportunity to do what? To learn, to grow, and develop character. And once we build this mindset, this mental asset, our attitude will be positive. Why? Because we won't be afraid of problems. When we see problems, we recognize that every problem is an opportunity for character development, and our response to problem will be positive. As I conclude, listen to this. A positive attitude will give you a great future. Guaranteed. A negative attitude will keep you close to where you are right now with little or no progress at all. So as I close, I want you to remember this. Your thought produces your feelings and your disposition. Your dispositions produces your action. Your action becomes habits, and your habit becomes your character, and your character determines your destiny. Therefore, your attitude determines what? Your destiny. Thank you for your time. If you find it valuable, okay, I leave a comment below and be part of this campaign by sharing this widely. Be a change agent, be a different leader. See you next week. Thank you.